Benson. Going through the log from the weekend here. Not a whole lot of noteworthy stuff. Ag assaults were mostly reports. There was one I'll touch on from, it was yesterday afternoon around 4:20 p.m. on on Veterans Parkway near I-90. The call started off as a weapons violation and an accident. Upon arrival, the officers found two vehicles that had been involved in some type of collision near that intersection. There's differing stories between the drivers that were involved as to exactly what happened. The officers were able to look into the matter a little further and were able to confirm the one driver's account of the events was accurate and that the other car had intentionally ran into it at some point. So the victim vehicle in this case and suspect vehicle are both northbound on Veterans Parkway. Video surveillance was reviewed by the officers, and they were able to see that the vehicle had swerved multiple times near the victim vehicle in this case, eventually colliding with the rear of the vehicle and spinning it around so it was facing southbound. The vehicle that was driven by the suspect in this case went over the median and came back again eastbound towards that vehicle, the victim vehicle, and came up right up next to it. The victim in this case was able to get out of the vehicle fearing that he was going to be struck again and produced what was later found to be an airsoft pistol and had that pointed near the direction of the suspect in this case, which he stated was to try to prevent him from running into him again. Officers were able to get on scene eventually, and as I said, reviewing the video surveillance, were able to confirm the event or the events that were provided by the victim were indeed accurate. So they took the other driver into custody in this case. His last name is Lindner, Lindner. First name of Roger, Roger, and middle Philip, Philip, and he's a 48-year-old Sioux Falls resident. He was taken to jail on account of aggravated assault and on account of obstruction. The victim in this case is a 43-year-old Sioux Falls resident, and he did not have any injuries as a result of this accident, this collision.
Did victim and suspect know each other? Or
it's not apparent that they knew each other at all.
Drugs or alcohol involved?
Nope, nothing reported in this case. So, not exactly sure what led up to that event, exactly why the other vehicle swerved at him multiple times, but they were able to confirm that that was true.
I guess what would, if you're getting run off the road potentially like that, what would you suggest somebody do? Did the victim do the right thing, would you say?
Well, I don't think the victim had a lot of time to think in this. I mean, he's seen the vehicle swerve and reviewing the video, it did happen very fast. Clearly, if there's some type of altercation or an argument between the two, or if somebody was involved in that incident like that, I would ask that they just pull over the side of the road and call 911. Try not to get involved. The suspect in this case made it, so he didn't have time really to do that. It was a quick collision. So why that happened, though, we're still unsure. Anything else? Okay. Burglaries, all reports in that. Disorderly conduct, just general stuff we usually see. Embezzlement is a vehicle embezzlement. Frauds or identity thefts. Indecent exposure was a report of a woman that was walking without clothes on 8th Street. Larcenies, nothing too specific to any area. Narcotics, nothing with weight really. Rape is a report. There were 2 robbery reports. One of them involved juveniles, and the other is a domestic situation. So nothing too noteworthy there. Same with the sex offenses. All reports there. The unattended death was not suspicious. Weapons violations were one involving a juvenile, and a report on that also. So, do have a quick, just not really much of an update, but the fatality accident that happened Friday night over in Madison and Kiwanis. It's still under investigation at this point. We're not ready to release any names or any further details as that's still ongoing, but hopefully this week we'll have some more information on that. And that's all I have, unless anybody has any other questions. All right, thanks. Have a good day.